Hello everyone and welcome to the KOENIGSEGG CCX. Now this is a car that was added into the game very recently. It's a brand new car actually added into Forza Horizon 4. So I'm going to go ahead and mess around with it. I'm going to drive it. I'm going to see what we can do to it. Let's see how fast it is, because the last time there was a KOENIGSEGG added into the game, it was incredibly fast because we could also engine swap it with the newer engines from the, I guess from the brand new Regeras and Ageras and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, we could swap it on the old CC8S. Man, like these names are ridiculous. So can we actually do it for this as well? Can we go ahead and engine swap this thing? Or is this going to be just as fast with its engine in it now? I mean, the engines don't really differ that much, but obviously it's a 4.7 V8. It is also a twin turbo V8. So there you go. Oh, it's supercharged. Never mind. It's not. I thought this was turbocharged. Maybe not. It's supercharged. Well, anyway, the standard engine in this thing, we'll see how much power this thing actually makes, and then we'll engine swap it with the newer engine. We'll see how much power that makes. But I don't think this will make as much power as the other thing. Either way, 1,200 horsepower just in the standard engine, 5.2 liter V8, 1,300 kilos. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be really, really fun. I haven't actually driven this thing stock yet. As if we can drift this thing. As if we could actually have drift suspension on this car. Oh my god, there's too much drifting on this channel. Too much. I still want to do it though. I still want to add drift suspension on it and just try to slide it. I don't know if the actual setup will change the top speed of this thing too much, so I'm gonna just add drift suspension on it anyway, and then we'll mess around with it sliding around afterwards. 1,221 kilos. This is light. This is really, really light. And then after we change pretty much everything else, we should get this thing to be a little bit lighter as well. Wait, what just happened there? I don't know why I went. Oh, it's like skipping. What's happening? Okay, cool. Don't do that. As for our tires, and we can have winter tires on as well if we really want to. Technically, we are in the winter. Okay. Apparently, a new version of Java is there. Why doesn't it just automatically update for me? Why do I have to do it myself? Either way, I'm going to go with some race tires. Because, first of all, even if we do decide to actually drift this thing and slide this thing about, it is going to be incredibly difficult. Because it does have way over 1,000 horsepower. And it's all going to go to the rear wheels. 275s in the front. 355s in the rear. Pretty insane. As for our wheels, I feel like everything is either, everything's heavier or similar weight to the standard wheels that are already on. Now, I'm going to go ahead and bring the track width in the front out as much as possible. And then on the rear end, it's actually not too bad. Okay. It actually doesn't look too bad if I bring it all the way out as well. As for our Forza parts, disgusting. I'm not going to add those on. Should we keep the standard engine in it now? I definitely don't want to change this thing to all-wheel drive. I feel like all-wheel drive would just ruin this car. It might actually be good, like, stability-wise and all that sort of stuff, but I don't really want to change to all-wheel drive. It might actually be, like, really, really fast. Like, off the line and stuff. It does change it from 962 to a 990. I think we can get this thing to X-Class if we change it to all-wheel drive. Okay, how about this? I'm going to go ahead, keep the standard engine in it, like this. I will try to drive it like this, and then I'll come back, and then when I engine swap it, I'll swap it to all-wheel drive as well, and then try to drive it like that. Because I feel like it'll be a lot faster. It'll be a lot faster, and it'll be a lot more scary to drive. I completely forgot that these things were supercharged. It's very fast. It's a really, really fast car. Oh my god. Well, the gear ratios are awful on this thing. Let's bring it to the highway because I really want to see how fast this thing is with this engine in it. The gear ratios are terrible. Like, this thing tops out so quickly. It's like 250 miles per hour and it's just gone. I can't go any faster. So, if I mess with the gear ratios, stretch these things out a little bit. So, 248 is literally what it says on the thing. So, I believe that. 270. So around 270 is what this thing says that it'll do. If I stretch them out even more, it's not going to go up very, very far. I think we can get it to 270.9. It's by the looks of things as fast as we can get this thing. Just with the gear changes. Just with the transmission. I think once we mess around with pretty much everything else, we can get this thing to maybe 271, 272 max. Or sorry, 271.1 is what I meant to say, not 272, because that'll be a big jump. This is a very quick car. Again, I don't even have like the fastest engine in it yet, which is obviously the upgraded one, the upgraded V8 that's in the Agueras and stuff. But it just keeps going and going and going and going. It's 271. It's just tops off at 271. It's really, really stable. It gets there very, very quickly. I don't know what this thing would be like to drive, or to drift even. We're not really in the right place to do any sort of drifting here, but it's fast. I mean, I don't know, like, I didn't really expect anything else, to be completely honest, from a KOENIGSEGG, but it's a fast car. Let's go here. Let's try to do a drift zone here, real quick, with this thing. We'll see what it's like. Absolutely no tune on it whatsoever. Literally just changed the transmission. I don't even know how this is going to work with the transmission setup that we have here, because our gears are fairly long. And this thing does have quite a good amount of grip. Okay, I need to brake traction. I need to brake traction. Alright, just enter it sideways. I feel like that'd be easier. It's pretty easy, to be honest. Hold slides. It's very, very grippy, so it feels like it kind of doesn't want to slide, and it wants to straighten up. I mean, I did put, what, 355s in the rear end? So forcing this thing to slide is kind of fun. Even though it doesn't want to sometimes. Yeah, it's super easy to control. I feel like you can't really lose this. I'm not pulling a serious angle though with it. I'm not doing like crazy angles with it. Yeah, and if you do, it's just gone. If you do, it just goes. These gear ratios don't help at all, to be completely honest. But I'm not really building a proper drift car here. I just want to be able to slide this thing at the same time as driving it at 270 miles an hour, which I feel like is very much possible. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, hop back into the festival. And I'm going to swap it with the new engine. I'm also going to all-wheel drive swap it. I'm still going to keep the drift suspension on it. But, yeah, I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to go ahead and change some stuff. And then hopefully we can try to get this thing to be even faster than what it already is. 1,300 horsepower. All-wheel drive swap this thing. Oh my god. I just saw the weight of it. The weight of it if I kept the rear-wheel drive. Oh my god. Okay, well, anyway. I have to swap everything out again for our gear ratios and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, there we go. It's an X-Class car now, and we can't really do anything else, can we? That's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Now, if I would have kept this as a rear-wheel drive, if I do this, it'll be a 1,206 kilos, right? One second, let me do that. And if I changed all the drivetrain stuff again, why does it keep skipping a thing? My button on my controller is messed up. 1,199 kilos, but it also makes 1,341 horsepower, so it's much faster, or it should be much faster than the other engine, pretty much, and obviously has a rear-wheel drive. Okay, interesting stuff. Let's have a look and see how much faster or how good or bad this thing's gonna work here. What's your top speed like? 235 with these gear ratios, but our graph is stretched out quite a bit. Go ahead and stretch that out. 271.9. Is it still stuck at 271.9? 272. Maybe it's literally the shape of this thing that's not letting it go faster. Maybe that's the issue here. Maybe it's not really the actual gears and the engines and stuff like that. Maybe it is literally just the shape, and also a little bit of the rest of the tune. But I'm also gonna go ahead and make this thing mostly rear-wheel drive and lock the diff in a 1,300 horsepower car. But that doesn't really make too much of a difference because this thing has drift suspension. We'll see how that works for us. So 272 is what the top speed of this thing is like. I love how I'm building like simultaneously a top speed car and also a drift car. I don't know how that works, but apparently I am building that. Oh my. Oh my god. Okay. It's quick. It's definitely quick. Okay, let's try this again. Let's see how much faster it reaches top speed. Off the line, it's much faster as well. I'm not gonna mess around with like the toe and everything like that for it. I know that if I do, I'll be able to get this thing to slide very, very, very easily. But I don't want to do that. I want it to be like a normal car. Yeah, I want it to be a normal car that can drift. Not a drift car that I'd force itself to go into a straight line and it won't do it properly. So 273 is what this thing topped out at. Still going. Yeah, its acceleration, you can see it's definitely better than before with the previous engine. I mean, obviously it has more power and more torque. Yeah, it's a good car. I think Fort Challenge is calling for me. I need to see if this thing can pull off some serious score here. I mean, again, this isn't really a drift car. It's literally just a car I added drift suspension to, and it's sort of like a universal thing. But I want to see if I can pull down some some serious points, or put down, I guess, some serious points with it on the needle climb. I really wanna try. Okay, moment of truth. I mean, I feel like the gear ratios are gonna stop me from doing this, since this is really built for top speed runs. But try it anyway. Threw it in a bit too much there. Okay, so maybe not as much as that. It does have, like I said, a lot of grip. It's a little bit all-wheel drive drifting here. Seeing how good or bad this thing actually does. No sim steering this time around. I'm gonna keep sim steering off. Just normal steering. I mean, it literally has the power to just go on for days. So the power is definitely not something that I was worried about anyway. Handling is what I was worried about. And I feel like with all-wheel drive, cars are very, very easy to handle when you're trying to drift them. This thing does, like I said, still have a ton of grip. I mean, I gave it some stupid fat tires, but I can still break traction with them, but not as much as if I would have left them stock, most likely. I feel like it's kind of obvious, but I'm literally like not steering for half of these corners. I'm like just going into them and then just controlling my slide with the power. That's pretty much how all-wheel drive works in this game. It's all just going around the corner, power only. That's it. All-wheel drive drifting is a joke. It's so easy. It's so easy. It's just not even funny. Alright, Ferrari, mate. 448. Alright, I'll do a run with sim steering, and I'll see how much better or worse I do with that. I feel like it should be a little bit easier to get points. Because it does take a little bit, like with this car specifically, it does take a while for it to transition from side to side, so I feel like sim steering might help it out. Just a little bit. Okay. Let's try it out. These gear ratios, though, are awful. However, second gear is doing its job. Ooh, that's a little better. Transition-wise, that was much better. A little bit more angle. Nice, nice. Very nice. That has all the power and the grip to pull itself out of the corner. That's jokes. Oh, I spun it. I spun it. I spun it. I spun it. I let it go for too much. There we go. Much better. I don't care that I'm rewinding. I need more angle for some of these corners. But like I said, this isn't really built specifically for drifting, so it will spin. I haven't done like a proper tune on it, no toe adjustment or anything like that. Same with the suspension setup, like I mean it's just lower and stiffer than standard, and that's pretty much it. It's got a built camber. And that extra steering angle, that's about it. That's what drift suspension adds. It's so easy to slide though. All-wheel drive, I mean, like it's pretty much any car. Any person can drift an all-wheel drive car. It's just super, super easy. Oh, went off a little bit. Can I put off 500,000? Yes, we can. 504,000 points. It's really fun. It's a really, really fun car to slide. Well, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys very much for watching today's video of the new KOENIGSEGG CCX. Tried out some engine swaps. Tried it out stock. Well, not completely stock, but with the standard engine. And yeah, it's still fast either way. I mean, I didn't really expect anything else from this car. I still expected it to be very, very fast. But yeah, it's kind of cool to have this car into the game. I like this thing. I've always liked the CCX. Always a really, really cool car. It does still stand the test of time, I guess. Where it still looks pretty insane. So seeing this one of these things on the road, you wouldn't think of it like being, oh, this is old. It still looks really, really good. So yeah, I guess again that's pretty much it. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more videos like this on the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And for now, that's pretty much it. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.